Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 7. I'm gonna keep track. I'm doing good. I swear I am. So, I found something out today. It's like International Magic Mushroom Day or something like that, September 20th. Apparently, it's a fairly new holiday. 2015, I think, is what I read. I had no idea this shit existed. I found out a lot of random little celebratory holidays, like the International Microdosing Day. I think this was the first one, though. I think we just started that like this year. Um, yeah, we did. It was actually really cool. I did like a little thing about quitting Adderall, and it got reposted by some microdosing page. It was cool. It felt good. It was like right when I first started this whole thing. It is though. It's international, national. It's something Magic Mushroom Day. I just learned about it. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to do some more looking into it. That's I just think it's cool that there's holidays for psychedelics now. Like we always have 420. We always had that. And I mean like a lot of people know like Bicycle Day, stuff like that in the acid community. But like we have like there's actual like I don't know, and they're just popping up. It's neat. That's just cool to me. But it's really actually it's crazy how far the psychedelic world has gotten. It's not really just a little community, like close-knit little private community anymore. There's a whole everything for this. It's crazy. Um Anyways, that was just a cool little introduction thing. It's been a I guess I get to start this one out again by saying I tripped this weekend. I know. I'm irresponsible. I had some random little stuff I was trying to work out, and I needed to completely take myself out of my own head to do it, and that's how I think objectively about my life. I trip. So I did. I tripped, and I completely forgot the entire intent of my entire trip. The reason I was doing it was gone that fast. But out of nowhere, I started really just developing an awesome plan for everything, this podcast and blog, my entire rabbit hole, like message and mission and brand entirely, what I want to do with that, and then my life and my career like elsewhere alongside that. Like I started doing it just started like crazy, and all of a sudden I just busted out a dry erase board, and my dry erase board that I pulled out many times. I busted it out and I started just like designing like a whole, like as a friend of mine talks about it with a clothing brand he's starting. It's called like a design language. It's basically you're creating your own language to speak to your audience with, that y'all understand, and something that's you and unique to your brand but can connect to them on a very personal level. And I had that just like that while I was tripping, and I designed the whole thing out, and I all of a sudden started having all kinds of cool plans for my life, and I'll get to that in time. I'm not gonna really do too much of that now because I'm really trying to find a good way to integrate a lot of this into this project. So, um, anyways, it was really, really awesome for like the first time in years to have a true plan on where I was going. Cause like way back when I was working at a restaurant and I was going to school for a couple of different things, and I just stopped and I dropped out because I was making more money selling drugs. And then I got arrested and all that happened, and now I just didn't have a plan. Now I have another one again for exactly where I want to take my future, and my career and all kinds of stuff. And I really, really, really want to make like psychedelic drugs literally my life, and not a unhealthy party crazy kind of way. I want to research them and the way they affect people and our behavior and all this stuff. And it's just, this is what I want so bad. And it was so cool to be able to come up with this plan for my life and immediately just integrate it into my blog and my podcast for a whole way to go forward with this. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And it was really, really just, I don't know. I'm trying to think of how to explain how it really happened, Because it was like, if you really go, you've heard me talk about how I used to be a huge diehard atheist, and psychedelics helped me find spirituality. Well, back when I was so much of a strong atheist, and there was nothing higher or stronger than us. We were just an accident here. I do believe a lot of that still to some degree, but there is way more bigger and powerful craziness going on in this universe that we just don't understand yet. But, I as I discovered that spirituality, well, back when I was an atheist, I was trying to study biology in school. And I dropped out of school after I started selling drugs. And that was also around the same time that I discovered my spirituality because of psychedelics. So all of that happened, and that distraction from everything that came before that almost made me forget the scientific interest that I had. And it's a weird meshing experience with that and spirituality, because there's a lot of contradictions between science and levels of spirituality. So I just lost myself, I guess. I lost myself for a few years, certain parts of myself. And all of a sudden, as I was tripping, it all kind of came back to me, like all these different interests that I forgot about. And I just I wanted to find a way to integrate this passion that I forgot about into the psychedelic experience I want to document here in my life. And it clicked like that. And like I said, I don't want to share too much of it now or how I plan to restructure all of this, but that's what happened when I was tripping. And it was crazy to just, I don't know, it was a relief to have a plan all of a sudden. Because when I say I didn't really have one when I started this, I really didn't. I do now, like a real one. And it's crazy. So, like, I mean, like, I guess, like, I don't know. I appreciate the people who kind of stuck around for the beginning of this and everything. And this is I'm excited to really share this little journey with everybody, because I do have a lot planned. I really do. Um, I I'm done with that now. I'm gonna move on. Like I said, I don't want to talk too much about that, because I wanna try to integrate all that just naturally into the podcast, so people can just experience a lot of stuff firsthand with me and learn with me. I do want to take the time real quick. I want to read a journal entry of mine that I stumbled across while I was tripping. And it was I don't know exactly when I wrote this, but it was very is different. Um, so here it is. And I'll find a way to share this with everybody. I might put it on my blog or something, just put a link below. We'll figure that out. Look below to see if that's there, but I'm going to read it to you. So I said, maybe a lot of the confusion started from how lost I was, and I was always able to find answers before in psychedelic drugs. But I mean, I guess before the answers weren't really being sought. It was the questions I was curious about. So I kept asking them and asking them. And when I came up empty, I guess I said, fuck it. Let's go further. So I took more drugs, and the real beauty came in the experience after. The answers were provided to all of the questions, and actually, now there were more questions. So I started looking for answers, and that was my mistake. I looked for the answers like I didn't have them the whole time. It wasn't until I went back to asking the questions that I finally understood. I don't know, it really hit home when I was tripping. It helped me really, something about reading that while I was tripping this weekend help guide me back to a path that was a lot more me. It was I appreciate it so much. I know it's a wicked acid rambling, but People who've done acid understand. People who've done. Oh, sorry, that wasn't me crying. Promise, that was me choking. But people who've done psychedelics, period, understand. So I'm really happy I found that. I wanted to share that with everybody because it was, I don't know, you get it. So that's what's been going on. Uh, that's where my head's at. That's where my life's at, and that's what is going to be. You're going to be seeing a lot of that energy going forward. You're going to be seeing a ton of that energy going forward. I'm so excited to do this, share this with everybody. Like, I can't wait to actually really just get in a flow of where I'm at mentally right now to just give to everybody. So, with that said, I do have a new blog post up. It's about addiction and about how psychedelics can actually be used to treat addiction. I myself have used psychedelic drugs in the psychedelic tripping experience, like atmosphere to stop drinking on an alcoholic level. I also have used psychedelics on a microdosing level to help me stop doing Adderall. And I actually have a blog post about that I'll link below. It was actually a Reddit post originally, and I just repurposed it for my blog. So yeah, go check that out. It's actually sorry, something popped up on my phone real quick. My bad for the little distraction. But yeah, go check that out, the Adderall post, and go check out the new blog about addiction. I break down the psychological and behavioral, like, I'm trying to think how to word this. Y'all know I suck at this shit. Great writer, speaker, fuck. Um, I break down the mentality of developing an addiction, how people actually develop addictions, and their psyche and their behavioral aspects of all that, the differences between substance and behavioral addictions. Then I go into how psychedelics can actually be used to treat various addictions by attacking them really at the source of where the addiction comes from. So go check that out. That's really, really awesome. If you want to hear something about treating addiction with another drug that people seem to think is crazy. And actually, if you want to read a blog that can really help you prevent addiction, go read my last blog about proper social networking. Because when I say nothing's better at stopping you from becoming a drug addict than a good social support system and social network that is really driving you to build your life the best. So yeah, go read that too. And then after that, yeah, I'll have links down below to my website, my podcast, and all my social media. Go follow me, go check me out, see what's going on, and hit that subscribe button right down there. You'll be notified whenever I drop a new YouTube. That is the hardest thing to remember how to do. Um, You'll be notified whenever I drop a new YouTube video. I'm going to start coming up with new YouTube content too, not just the video diary and the podcast. I'm going to start doing things like harm reduction videos. I'm going to talk to people about psychedelic experiences in particular that I had, all kinds of good stuff. So I want to really start getting really unique new content out here for people. So hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified whenever I drop any of that. Like this video if you liked it. Fuck it, thumbs down it if you didn't like it. I don't really care. That will tell me what I'm doing something wrong, I guess. And then comment. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what I could do better if you did hit that thumbs down button. I appreciate everybody. It's been a great week. I hope everybody else has had a great week. I'll see you. Motherfuckers be thinking I'm always hyper. I am always hyper. But it takes a lot of fucking work and energy to be this hyper all the time, yo. And sometimes I'll really be fucking beat. Alright, let's go. I swear.